Singh. This is a live interview that I have with a young man that I just met a few minutes ago. Sir, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions about health. Would you mind answering these questions?
If I can.
Okay, in general, what do you consider to be good health? Give me an example.
Well, good health to me is when you're not bedridden, you can do for yourself. You don't have to get people to do everything for you. And along that line, I would call that good health.
Thank you. What are the things do you think you would do or you'd recommend people do to maintain good health?
Well, you need to see your doctor first of all and follow the doctor's advice and do the things you know is right for your body.
Do you, outside of that, is there something that people could do on their own in terms of choice foods and so forth?
Yes, according to recommendations, there's a lot we can do. They tell you what you should eat and shouldn't eat. And if you follow the instructions as close as possible, because you're not going to follow them 100%, but you do the best you can and just don't indulge in the wrong thing.
When you was younger, did you eat like did you grow up on a farm or anything, or did you come from the city?
Now, I was born in Georgia in a little town, and you ate what you had. It wasn't a choice. And so I don't say you could, call that following a good diet or anything, but you had to eat what you had because you didn't have nothing else.
Would you say that economically things were difficult? So did you, I'm just asking because I don't know you. Did your family plant the foods in Georgia?
Well, we lived on a farm, but we didn't plant food because we didn't have means. We just, we lived on, you could pretty much call it a sharecropper, and we ate what the person that we was living on their farm, what they produced.
Like, wait. What are you saying? You're saying white people? Like these are sharecropping relationships?
Somewhat, yes.
Okay, so could you explain to us how did that work in terms of how you guys were able to eat?
Well, if you lived on the farm and you worked the farm, whatever he grew, you got a portion to eat.
Yes.
And it was he was selling the stuff for a profit, but he was allowed to take so much home.
So you were involved with doing this in a sharecropping way. So would you say that in general you've managed for yourself to maintain pretty good, relatively good health?
I would say so.
Here's the here's the final, almost final question. And thank you for your time. Do you know which organ it is that extracts and absorbs the nutrients from the foods you eat?
Well, uh, I think it's done in a couple of places. The small intestines, and I think the colon has something to do with that too.
How did you know that answer? Because you know about health.
Well, I went to school.
No, sir, I didn't mean it that
It's
way. I
it's
apologize.
that would fall under health. If you went to school
Hmm.
and had any schooling, I think that would fall under health.
Absolutely. Yeah, because I asked a few people already and they were unable to answer it, which does not mean that there's anything wrong, but you did do a lot in terms of remembering information from school. Your answer is correct. I'm going to be uploading a video concerning how to absorb nutrients from foods. Do you have any final thoughts that you'd like to tell the audience in general about life and health?
Well, I'll just say, live the best you can, make the right choices, and you should be all right.
All right. Well, thank you. And this is Dr. Williams-Singh here at the Health Light with another video. Come back to your Health Light.